Today we're out in the field with Terry Berning, and we're actually at one of the Berning Farms shop locations. And today we got somewhat of a special treat for our viewers. Terry has got out just a small portion of their tractor collection here at Berning Farms, and you can kind of see in the video a number of tractors that we're gonna be talking about here this morning. Terry, good morning to you. What can you tell us about these tractors? I know just looking at them now, there's a couple in here that are pretty unique, and even as we look down towards the line here, some that look like they're pretty old. So what can you tell us about these tractors? How long have you had them, and do you use them today in the field, things like that?
Wouldn't be scared to put any of them in the field. They're ready to go.
Okay.
These two 8850s I bought out of a guy from Towner, Colorado. The motor, this one has a John Deere V8, which I think John Deere did that 2 years, and the motor was shot. And I bought the other one. It has a Kinsey package. The motor was shot in it. So he threw this, I bought that one, he threw this one in, and I found the John Deere. Real lucky to find the John Deere V8 to put back in it.
Okay, so this one we're looking at right here has the John Deere V8?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the guy in Towner, did he use these mostly for pulling, like, implements in summer fallow, or? Right. Yeah. Okay.
Drilling and summer fallow.
Okay.
Big sweeps.
Okay. And so as we look at this first 8850, I know it's unique. What can you tell us about the engine on this first one here?
Kinsey, I'm not sure where it's located, but they call it a Kinsey package, and it has they lengthen the frame 2 foot,
making the
to put the big 800 Cummins in it.
Okay.
Yeah, outside of that, can't tell you much about the. I had a guy in Leo to rebuild the motor, and it was completely shot. It's the guy that did it before had some cast iron pistons and some aluminum pistons in it. So Randy Carney's who I bought them from in Towner, and he ran it, I think he said less than 8 hours, and the motor went to hell. Well, after tearing it down, you can see why it went to hell.
Yeah. You know, from a horsepower and torque perspective, would the Cummins have more, horsepower and torque than this John Deere V8?
Yes,
or
yes.
Okay.
And I can't tell you how much more, but it's back in the day it was supposed to have over 400 horse. 400. And in the early 80s when these were made, that was quite a bit of horse for John Deere.
Oh yeah.
Now John Deere's got 600-700 horse.
Okay. All right. And just real quick, the tractor at the very end, and I'm going to walk down there. This is one of the newer, the 9520R. This is one that our viewers have, might be familiar with from the wheat drilling videos we did last fall. This is primarily used for just wheat drilling, correct?
Probably, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pull a 60-foot no-till drill.
60 foot.
And it has a 500 bushel grain cart behind it.
Okay.
Takes a little terrace ground and uneven ground. It takes a little power to pull 500 bushel plus the 60-foot drill. And,
yep.
It's a what is it? 2018, I think.
It's a 2018. Okay. Well, it looks like it's cleaned up and ready to go for wheat drilling, which isn't honestly, too far away.
That's right. About 40-50 days will be.
Yep.
I built a tray in front just to.
Okay.
Go through the field, and there's always rocks or something laying there you need to pick up.
Yeah.
little hand sprayer to spray behind weed patches.
Yep. It's really a pretty massive tractor when you look at it beside these 8850s, which are also pretty big.
Yeah, yeah.
So back on this 8850, you mentioned the frame was extended to accommodate the new engine. So
Yeah, you can kind of see right here where
okay.
they lengthen and straighten their.
And this wasn't, did you say this was a standard modification to this tractor, or was this kind of a special request from you?
Well, yeah. The individual can take it to Kinsey Power.
Okay.
And they do all this. They put the motor in and make everything fit decent.
So this rebuild or modification was something they'd probably done on other 8850s?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
so it was a popular rebuild just to get a little bit more power and torque out of the tractor?
Right.
Okay.
Look at the frame on this one, and then I call this one my Tonka toy. You can see that it doesn't have near the frame as that other one.
Oh no, it's much different. What can you tell us about these tires, these wide tires? Are they
Well, it had duals on it, and I didn't really like the looks of the duals. I kept this one with duals. This one had 20.8 duals, and I always wanted one with all this big. Well, nobody could find rims. When you turn, they would touch.
okay.
It would spread out like that. As you turn, these wheels would touch. So I told well, the co-op guy that got me the tires, that he couldn't ever find the tires that I wanted. So I said, I know they make the fertilizer tires, those ones on those big wheels.
Yeah.
I think check on them and see what they would be. And he did. He did some measuring, and they'll work. So then we had to find rims to match the tires.
And how'd you find the rims? Are they modified just for these tires and the tractor?
Yeah,
so
special made.
Okay.
Yeah, they were. The guy that made them, he wanted to know if needed them reinforced, being that deep, and now it probably won't go in the field, so it won't be needed them reinforced.
Yeah.
But
so,
it also rides really good.
Yeah, and you can tell, I mean, you know, the little knobbies are still on the tires. So do we want to try to start this one for the viewers?
Yeah. This one I call just a bareback. It doesn't have a PTO or a 3-point.
Okay.
And that one has a 3-point on it. When you start these things, the hydraulics, when they pump up, the tractor will try to turn.
It'll shimmy a little bit.
Yeah. Well, they'll actually pivot in the center.
Okay.
So you want to watch when
you want to let people know if they're around.
I also like the tinted windows.
Yes.
I had to redo the cab inside because it was all messed up. I had to order. Luckily, I could find all the parts.
Huh.
The air conditioner still works.
I'll be darned. Yeah, this is definitely old school.
Put a toolbox in here, which for in the 80s, that was something different.
Yeah, no buddy seat yet. I don't know when the buddy seats came out, but no buddy seat yet.
Use this for an ice chest.
Okay.
It's set out in the sands good probably for 10 years when I got it. The hinges wouldn't work. I had to take them and lubricate them.
So this one was kind of put in a weed row for 10 years or so?
Oh, yeah.
And how did you find it? Was you driving out to Colorado, or did somebody...
No, my buddy told me that this guy had them.
Okay.
And I got this, I probably took a year of talking to him before he let him go.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think finally convinced him? Was there anything...
Me harassing him. The 60-30, we call it the little puffer.
Okay, so the 60-30 is a little puffer. Now what's the...
Well, you start it, it blows black smoke.
Okay.
You hit the throttle, it'll just shoot black smoke
Okay,
out.
okay. Is that one we could start this morning, or?
Yeah. Yep.
So the little puffer, is that you know, just more Berning farm terminology, or is that
yeah, that's
okay.
just
Okay.
my grandson's
Okay.
terminology. He's the one that called it little puffer.
Okay. And before we start it, what's a little, you know, history on this tractor?
Oh, a cousin of mine, Leo, he bought it new in '73, and he farmed with it for a lot of years, and finally I knew he had it for sale, and anyway I ended up buying it. He took it to the tractor pull. One time it was pulling over 300 horse.
Really?
And it's rated about 200.
Okay.
Or 230 or something like that. But when he had it, it was pulling over 300. It would outpull a 4640.
And was there just modifications to the engine to get that?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh.
just stock, just standard like.
Okay. Well, let's start it up and see what it looks like.
See if we get smoke from that.
And for our viewers, we are right next to Highway 83 coming into Scott City, so you can hear just a little bit of traffic in the background. It started right up though.
Yeah. I've got a trickle charger on it.
Okay.
Where it sits in the shed, we got to move it.
Can you imagine, you know, doing what you all do today with this type of tractor?
Yeah.
I mean, the acres you guys all cover and stuff. I mean, it would. You need quite a few of these.
Yes, right. That's right. It'd be. We used to farm 4 mile an hour would be normal to 5, and now it will have to go under 8 mile an hour. The kids won't drive it. Nobody will drive. They have to go under 8.
Plus, it needs GPS.
Yes, auto steer. That 188's got an Outback auto steer on it.
Okay.
I don't know if it works or not. I've never used it.
Okay. So would this tractor have, I mean, I see vents up here at the top. Would it have air conditioning or just heat?
Yes.
Okay.
It was one of the first years that they came out with factory air.
Oh, really?
In the early 70s. Yeah.
Okay, so it would have some form of air conditioning and heating in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No radio though.
No, it had it's got a little fender mount.
Okay, I didn't see that over there. Wow. And a very beefy roll cage around it. If you just look at the size of the iron around that roll cage.
Yeah. This tractor was massive in its day. It was about the biggest tractor made.
No kidding.
Mennonites out of Inman.
Okay.
In Canada.
Okay.
It had less than 2,000 hours on it. It's a 72 model, and it's got the original floor mat. He was a real picky Mennonite, just on a baler, and it was in the shed every night.
Okay. So all it did is baled, and he brought it back in every night.
Yep.
And what year did you buy it? How long ago has it been?
Yeah, it wasn't, probably 6-7 years ago.
Okay. And how'd you run across it?
It was my brother-in-law's wife's dad.
Okay.
Well, no, brother-in-law, but my brother's wife's dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was really proud of his tractor. It was, I mean, for him to let me buy it, he liked my collection. He liked what I was doing. And
okay,
that's
so
how I got it.
I get you. All right, well, let's check it out. Check out this original floor mat. Any idea of how many hours it might have on it, or was that back before they tracked hours?
Well, now it's got 2117 right now.
2117. So you think that's pretty actual?
Yes.
Okay.
When I bought it, it had right around 2,000 hours.
Okay, so you've had about 7. No black smoke or anything.
About the same year model. This is we call it the console.
Okay.
Probably never console. That 6030 is about the same way.
Okay.
About the same years. I mean, I think that's the 73 model. This is 72.
Okay. So that wraps up the quick overview of Terry's tractor collection. And one thing we want to do as we wrap up this video is we're going to give out one of the Berning Farms hats to the first comment. And on the first comment, we want to see something like, you know, what stood out to you as Terry was talking about some of these tractors and the specifications about it. And we'd prefer, if you've already received one of these Berning Farm hats in previous videos, to let someone else do that. But the first comment to call out something that they found interesting within this tractor collection, we'll contact you and we'll get a Berning Farms hat coming your way. So with that, Terry, thanks for your time this morning, and we will possibly be doing more antique tractor videos in the future.
I've got 20-some two-cylinders.
That's right. So you have 20 some two-cylinder tractors at another location, and we might break those out at some point. And you have like A, B, C, D. I know you was telling me about that earlier, but most all the letters. Okay. So viewers, stay tuned for a two-cylinder video in the near future. Terry, thanks for your time this morning.